Back with Boston Public Schools Interim President Laura Perrell. Okay, this is the OTR pop quiz, question 3. Let's go old school. I won't sing it because I have a horrible singing voice. But welcome back, Cotter. But there's no multiple choices on this one this time. The underachieving students at the sitcom were known as the Sweat Hogs, and one of them was played by an actor who would go on to become a Hollywood superstar. Name that actor. And if for extra points, name his character. I'll tell you it's a male. Name his character.
Child of the 70s. That was John Travolta.
Got it.
And Vinny.
Oh, you're right there. You're right there. Keep going. Keep going.
Something Terry. Vinny Pinateri. No, that's Adam Pinateri.
That's Adam Pinateri.
Vinny. I'm going to go with Vinny.
All right, I give you half a point. It's Vinny Barbarino.
Oh, man.
So you were right there, right on the doorstep. All right, we'll wrap things. By the way, you got that question correct. The extra point, I'll give you half of that. And we'll wrap things up with higher education and Good Will Hunting. Which college does Matt Damon's character work as a janitor? Is it Harvard, is it MIT, or is it BU?
That'd be Harvard.
That would be MIT.
Oh.
Whoa. Swing and a miss, strike
another
three on the
favorite
final
movie.
One. Whoa,
oh, well.
There you go. All right, back off the pop quiz hot seat and back onto the school. A couple of points I want to bring up. Let's talk about school start times. The efforts of Tommy Chang after schedules fell apart in a wave of protest, and there are solid reasons to do this. I understand transportation. You could save money in that. You have more money for education programs, but it's a big deal for parents to juggle their own personal schedules. So is this something that would ever be revisited, resurfaced? What do you think?
So I think the start times was a thoughtful undertaking that wasn't rolled out with the kind of community process that would be needed to manage such a degree of change. And so I think that's why it was pulled back at the time. I think right now there are a number of major priorities that need to move. We are obviously running the day-to-day school system, taking on important work like the high schools, and also moving forward on Build BPS, which will change the landscape of schools. And so at this time, that's more than enough big enterprises. And Build BPS will have implications for where schools are located and how they fit together. And so start times is a topic that the district and the city may want to return to at some point, but it is not on the active planning. It's not on the front burner for any time in the near future.
And as a secondary part to that conversation, what about the school year? Should the school year be extended? Should a vacation week be eliminated? Or should kids spend more time in school?
I think time is an incredibly important priority for all of us, and so I think that should be an ongoing conversation, but it has to balance the needs of families, of our educators, the adults, most importantly, the children. We also need to think broadly about time. There is great learning that happens in the out-of-school hours and the summer. Boston has done a really good job of weaving that both in and out of school time, using the city as a classroom. All of these are opportunities to leverage more time on learning without necessarily increasing the school day, although that should continue to be a conversation as well.
Laura Perrell, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you on the record this morning, and an excellent job on the quiz, except for that one little bump.
So where'd I land then?
So you got 3.5 out of 4.
All right,
so
I will take it. I will take it. Thank you.
Great to have you with us.
All right.
The Sunday Roundtable is next, and have you heard about that survey that says Suffolk County is the most politically intolerant county in the entire nation? We'll talk about that next. Stay with us.